Terrific Thursday. That's where we jump in. Any kind of issues you got, you hurl them out. And Meredith MD is here.
Oh, I'm ready to check in today.
Orlando BGYN is here just in case you have anything that needs a specialist.
Any healing?
Yeah, any healing? I got you. All right, 888-429-0941. Whatever you got, we got it for you. And shout out to Demesman and Dover. All right, let's see. This it comes out of the 727. Says, freaks, my child got brought home by the SPPD, St. Pete Police Department, for being in a car pulled over with a suspended license that he was in. It was 1 a.m. when I got a knock at the door. My child was sent to bed at 11 since it was a school night, by the way. Can't kill him, but what does a single mama do?
Oh, well, I think we need to review certain laws. We need to make sure, talk about what happened. What were you doing up so late at night in the car? And there's got to be a punishment, right?
Review certain laws.
Yeah,
that's what
maybe
we need
he
to
doesn't.
do. No, we need to whoop his little ass. That's what you need to do.
Well, yeah, but
You gotta get some belt.
Just a little bit about.
I mean, maybe no bruise where it's illegal, but I'm saying, like, come on. Now, I mean, put it this way. I bet you police officers full on know that they expect to be called back there because somebody about to put their hands on somebody.
Yeah, and
there's many officers who've been like, listen, your mama is probably going to tear your butt up when we take you home.
Right.
They understand that. But, I mean, you can't do it where it's an abusive situation, but you also got to implement some cameras. You got to lock down your house.
Yeah.
You have to find out, and you make them. You get out of this house unless you tell me how you got out this house.
Ooh.
Because you got to tell them. Because, I mean, I had to tell my dad that when you open my window that gets out on their bedroom balcony, you could then step down off that balcony onto the rail for the basement and get out the back gate. He made me tell him how I got out the house.
How you're sneaking out,
because
moving the screen over.
I got busted.
Yeah.
I was out, and somebody saw me and told my dad, I saw your son out. And he was like, first of all, how'd you get out? And I'm like, I'm not telling you. He's like, you getting out of this house if you don't tell me. And then the sensors will put on the alarm sensors will put on, like when he turned on the alarm and you have to turn off the alarm and then you can hear it. He was like, all right, so he put the sensors on my window because they weren't any on there, and that fixed the problem.
Yeah, there's definitely a punishment. We have to review things, but I also feel like education is really important here as well.
Yeah, I was educated with an ass. It was a much different time back then. You can put your hands on the child. I got taken out.
I have one. It says, hey, freaks, I need the both of you and your help on this issue. My sister and I are pretty close now, even though we've had our issues in the past. I guess that's common, but life is better these days. We both just started seeing a new guys, and we've been sharing stories about our love life and noticed that there's a lot in common. We found out that we're actually dating the same guy. He had been lying to both of us, and we were both disgusted. Well, after dumping him, I just found out that my sister is still seeing him. Where's the loyalty? I'm so offended by this entire mess. We're not speaking anymore because of this.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't like that part.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, you don't want to lose your sister over the whole thing, but
I mean, that's messy.
You tapped out and stopped dating him. She kept on. She must have liked him more.
Yeah, but she obviously lied about it.
Because she liked him more. Like,
him.
you can't be mad at your sister for liking him more than you. You were able to walk away. She wasn't able to walk away.
Where's
That's
the
your
loyalty?
Where's the blood? That's your sister.
Right, exactly. You're
Right.
picking a guy over him doing us wrong and me wrong.
But you're picking a guy to be in between you and your sister. Don't let a dude come in between you and your sister. Be like, we better than that.
How are we going to hang out?
If you need him, then you keep him. Because I walked away from him for you. If you can't walk away from him for me,
right, then
you have to have him. And if you are, make her feel like, don't make her feel bad, but make her understand. I walked away from him for you. You couldn't.
She's choosing the wean over her sister. I mean, essentially, that's what's happening.
How
and by
good
the way,
is the wing?
That's a good question.
That man might have changed her life.
That's true. But also, at the same time, if we both come to an agreement as sisters, like, oh, he did us wrong. Girl, I can't believe that he did that. We're both going to dump him and move on. And then we made an agreement together, and then you just went back on that. That's not good.
That's not good,
That's
but
not
it's not.
good.
But it's not unheard of.
Yeah.
You ever heard somebody say, "Man, we quitting our job tomorrow," and you go quit, and you find out they didn't?
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
Right.
It's like, yo, like they made a deal, but that girl was more committed. Like maybe you don't know they love lives. This one sister who gave it away might have a lot of options. This girl over here might be like, yo, this is the one. So you kind of gotta let her. If she's choosing violence, then you choose that.
Okay.
But you're still my sister. Y'all, you gotta stay sister.
But people are upset about this in the text.
I mean, yes, because you don't want somebody doing you the dirty like that.
I know.
All right, let's see here. Out of the 863 says, my wife's company got sold to a new owner, and she's not feeling it. So she tells me she wants to quit her job and go to nursing school. I'm okay with being married to a nurse, but how do I say, are you crazy? Money is tight right now. You picking the wrong timing without sounding like an ass.
Oh my God. You know what though? Transitions. We've been through transitions, and radio stations either being sold or new management and all that. I would give it a little bit more time just to see if things can kind of slowly work themselves out. If you still hate where you work, I mean, nobody wants to be in that situation. A lot of people are. You got to make smart decisions. You can't just up and leave and then you can't pay the bills. If you have a house, a mortgage, a whole family, you can't do that. If you're gonna leave, let's make a plan. Let's do it together. Let's talk about it so you can educate yourself.
I like that. The education part can come with sitting down with the bills. Sit down all your monthly bills on the table. And you and her sit there, because maybe she's making this decision because she's just not aware. Sit down and look at the bills and say, hey, your money you making from that janky company you don't like is providing for these things. School costs this. We can't afford that without that. So how are we supposed to live? And then y'all make a plan from that budget, but y'all sit down together so she can understand. If it looks like makes it look like she's being selfish,
right?
Like, hey, I want to quit my job and go change careers in this bad time, then just inform her of what it affects.
Yeah, because maybe she just doesn't understand at the moment.
How good do you like Spam? That's what you need to ask her.
Beanies and weenies.
How good do you like Spam? Because we're gonna be eating that every day while you out here getting your scrubs. All right, Therapy Thursday Part 2. We got your texts and calls.
Yes.
888-429-0941. There's one that just came out in the 941. You talking about some sister to sister.
It's some sticky icky. It's a mess.
Okay. Wow. This says, my baby sister moved into my house and 3 weeks later ran off with my husband. It's been a year and a half and they have a baby now. So my kids now have a cousin brother. I haven't been able to move past it. If he ever came back, I would take him. I don't want to still be in love with him. What do I do? They then texted, mind you, he left in the middle of the night with 3 kids, and I was a stay-at-home mom for 3 years, so I had no money, and he left me with nothing.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Have at that.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm going to be your best friend for a second. Oh, hell no. You're not taking this man back ever. He's pretty much the worst person on the face of the earth. Every second you feel like you can kind of get back together with him or that you love him, you put yourself right back in those shoes where you wake up in the morning and there's nobody around you. There's no children. He left you in the middle of the night like a dog, like a disgusting, disgusting human being. Who treats somebody like that? You need to look in the mirror and get some more self-confidence. There are good people out here that would never do that to you, that would never treat you like that, and you deserve better. That's completely unforgivable.
When they say, what's the old adage, like if somebody shows you who they are, believe them?
Yeah.
Like there's one thing that we always say about women, and that you're so nurturing and that you're so soft and you smell good and all that stuff, but also that you forgive a lot better than guys do. Imagine if you did that with his brother and left the house in the middle of the night with his brother 3 weeks after his brother moved in. He would never take you back.
Never.
So the fact that you love him is understandable. The fact that you have a bond because of those kids and you see him and them, that's beautiful. But you can't trust this man.
At
and
all.
you damn sure can't trust your sister. Like if he came back realizing he made a mistake, like,
no.
You still are like halfway thinking he might do it again.
Right.
Like
because he will.
And he might. He might. Don't trust him. And honestly, you're better without him. Just don't keep putting yourself in that situation because he's going to circle back. If he's a person who's that impulsive, he's going to come back.
It's not just impulsive, Orlando. That's plotting and planning. He was thinking about this for a really long time.
He ain't playing too long. They was on together for 3 weeks.
But to take the kids in the middle of the night, no. Hell no. No. It's not happening.
But that's nasty.
Yeah.
Like, love is love, but don't do that. Y'all almost made Meredith cuss this morning.
Right? I'm sorry. All right. I got one.
Okay.
Good morning, freak
They're
show.
coming in like crazy right now.
I know. I have a fiance, and every time he's down in Tampa, he doesn't live down there. He ends up disappearing for 2 days, and it's been going on for about 3.5 years. We've been together at this point. I don't know if I should give him one last chance. What's your opinion?
Why is he disappearing?
They don't say. I guess come on. What's he doing? What are you doing in Tampa where your phone is off and I can't hit you up?
For 2 days?
2 days. And this has been happening for years.
I mean, it could be anything. I know one of our close friends was doing that, and he was caught up in like a drug situation. He had to go to rehab and stuff like that. His wife would call us, and he was missing. So it could be that. And then he would come back to sobriety, like, after a couple of days. But it would be 2 days that he was not in contact with his kids or his family. Right. And that was just part of it. And they had that, kind of discomfort. But it also could be somebody cheating on you.
Yes.
Like, that could be something, too. So you don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it could bring something back to you that you don't want to have to deal with.
Right. Okay, here's what you do. What you do is you go buy an AirTag. Okay, put it on him somewhere. I'm serious. Okay. You want to find out what's going on, and it's been years, and he's lying to you, and he's turning off his cell phone, go figure it out. You'll figure it out real quick.
I don't know if an AirTag is it, or you can hire somebody, too. Like, have somebody follow him.
A PI?
Like, yeah, like that. If you're losing 2 days and you just pop back up, I think I deserve to have somebody follow you to find out.
Absolutely.
There
are options for you. I don't know if the PI is going to be too expensive. Sometimes they're like $500 per day, but figure it out. It's worth it. Don't waste your time on people that are just evaporating out of your life.
Like, that's side chick action. It could be drug action. It could be you out doing crimes.
It's something nefarious.
You might be in the mafia, the Illuminati. I don't know what you're doing. Somebody got to follow you.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. All right, wait. Now, this is out of the A13. Oh, it says, it says, I'm putting laundry away in my daughter's room, and I find a bullet tucked away in her drawer. I'm blown away because my daughter is 15, and I don't want to freak out, but I'm freaking out. What the hell? She found a bullet in her daughter's drawer.
Yeah, a bullet. You know what a bullet is?
She found, I know what a bullet is. Okay. It's a gun. She found a bullet.
Oh, my God, Orlando.
Oh, shut up. No.
Yeah, a little ging.
No.
Yeah.
Is that worse? Wait, because I thought she was hanging with some sort of bad kid.
No.
Like a gang member or something.
There's no Glocks.
And I thought she had a bullet.
Yeah.
Which when I read it, I'm like, oh my God, that's bad. So wait, so this is the
Yeah.
Which one's worse?
Something else is going on off in the room.
Which one's worse?
I would absolutely have a conversation with her about this because it's okay to explore your body, but I want to know where you got this because normally when you order these things or you go to a store, you have to be, at least when you order it at a store, you have to be a certain age. I want to know where you got this.
Nah, you can't be, no. Well, if you are a baby.
Guys can do it.
But boys don't get toys.
Well, they do make toys.
Nah, listen. There's rules to this, Linda. You cannot have apparatuses at a young age. You can't have that. You're not supposed to be.
People are saying, Orlando, I'm dead. I just passed out when you said gun.
I thought it was a bullet. Yeah. I'm like, you found a round in your baby.
No.
Like, who you hanging with that you got extra bullets?
We gotta have a conversation about this, just because even for me, it was much later in life when I was.
That's what I'm saying.
Doing that.
You got grown. You had your own nightstand drawer.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's for you.
It's okay.
When you're 15 and you just learning yourself.
Right.
That's handling business,
right.
Handy business. You ain't got to be bringing extra toys and different apparatuses and dolls and all that stuff. That's adult stuff.
She's you don't want to make them feel bad about exploring their body. It is technically something that's semi-natural.
Man, I don't even want to imagine. if I hear something like that in the room, they make noise.
They do, yeah.
So your 15-year-old's behind a door,
I know.
sounding like she's giving herself a fade.
Can we make one that doesn't make any noise, by the way?
Can we not endorse this for a 15-year-old
I meant
kid?
for an adult. But yeah, if I found it, I would absolutely bring it up. I would not touch it. But I feel like
somebody just said, Orlando, get with the times, honey.
That's 15 years old.
Bro, come on. We can't give everything a pass.
Yeah, but you were doing stuff at a young age. You were,
But what I'm saying is, if you're discovering yourself, fine. That could be in a shower. That could be applying lotion. That could be whatever it is that you're just stumbling into whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
But you can't be bringing extra. Like, that's extra. That's grown-up stuff. Learn you before you start applying other appliances to it.
Are you just going to take it away?
Yes. Did you put it back in the drawer? Like, no, you take that out.
Yeah,
and you're like, no, this is adult stuff.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing with this.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you. What you gonna bring in next? A pet goat? Like, what? Like, no, you don't get to do what adults do. You go in there and you figure it out with what we got.
Ooh-wee.
Go in there with the shower massager and go in there and take a bath and go figure it out.
Somebody texted in at 302. I'm a guy and I was doing stuff at 15 with toys. So I don't know if this is a new thing. Just talk about it. You can have an open relationship with your mom about stuff like this. Like, let's talk and see where you're at. Why did you buy it? How did you buy it? Did you go on Amazon? I want to know. And did I pay for this?
Are you right? Did I pay for this?
Because
or better yet, is it someone else's?
I can't believe.
Because now I need to explain to you that you don't use somebody else's. You don't put that back in the drawer, damn it.
It's not a gun. It's not a bullet.
That's why I'm thinking I almost wish it was. I mean, it would have been a much better conversation. Who you hanging out with when you got extra spare bullets around the house?
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Therapy Thursday is a wrap. All of y'all picking on me, I'm sorry. I thought it was from a gun. My bad.